All right. Check this out. Check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World, and I'm Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video of Adam22 talking about not banning the city, but putting a ban on a rapper from up north, closing the door, locking it up, and giving Lefty Gunplay the key. All right. We all know what recently happened with the whole Lefty situation. I've already reacted to that, so if you guys missed it, go look for it. You're going to find it somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where it's at. You know, if you a day one or a real subscriber, not one of these viejas in the comments thinking you're crazy or hard or thinking you're actually punking something, then you would know exactly where it's at, all right? And salute to the guy that dropped $200 on Friday for me to play the record. The Lefty disc, and right when I was about to play it, somehow our whole system crashed. My bad, G. My bad. Pull up Friday, and I'll redeem that money and play something else for you. All right. With that being said, before we get into the video of Adam banning a red rag rapper, I do want to announce that today, Tuesday the 25th, we have Indicted TV in the building at 8 p.m. Indicted TV, Negra, and most likely probably LA Icon in the building. So those that want to pull up 8 p.m. 200 Boys Podcast. And remember, we got a lot of controversy around LA Icon at the moment. So this might be a good time to ask him, right? Or it might not be. We're going to have to wait. Also, Nintendo Switch giveaway announcement on how to win drops today at 8 p.m. All right, so, I can't drop it at the same time. 10 p.m., I'm going to drop the announcement on how to win the Nintendo Switch. Next month, we're going to do a PS5. The month after that, we're going to do a drone. The month after that, we're going to do a streamer camera, and so forth and so forth. All right? I'm going to get back to the community that really rocks with us. So make sure you guys follow the instructions on the video. With that being said, let's watch this video. One last thing. We stream live on Kick mostly every day from 10:30 p.m. till midnight. All right? 10:30 at night till midnight. We stream on Kick. So pull up, play some video games, and get it going with us. All right. I got a net banger in the comments that's going back and forth somehow. He wants to meet up, and if you want to, we could line it up, and I'll show you who I am. I'll be about it, not talk about it. And he said, I go, yeah, whenever you ready, right? Whenever you want, come down here, man. I'll send you the Addy. You ready to go or what? All right. I'm going to send him the address to the middle of the field somewhere, right? Listen, we all know he not going to pull up. With that being said, let's go ahead and watch this video and get you guys a Blue Devil reaction. One last thing. Everybody that's trying to antagonize the Hater World, everybody that's in the DMs trying to get a reaction out of us, everybody that pulls up to the comments and trying to get us to say something so you go clip it, it's not going to happen, all right? It's not going to happen. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get you guys a Blue Devil reaction. Now, let's watch this video entirely twice, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Development that has been taking place here in sunny Los Angeles. I interviewed a Norteño rapper by the name of Bands from the Rose. Did a good interview, and he was talking a little spicy, nothing too out the window or anything like that, but he was definitely talking spicy. As you know, the Northerners, Northern California guys, they have beef, generally speaking, with all of the Southside Mexican rappers down here, of course, even though most of them have never met each other or had anything to do with each other. Anyway, there's been a war of words between Lefty Gunplay and Bands from the Rose, right? Bands took it to a completely different level while he was down here. and he actually went to Lefty's neighborhood and he filmed a music video in which he went to Lefty's neighborhood and he was able to actually ascertain which was Lefty's house where he grew up at, because it was prominently featured in one of these hood vlog type things. And there was actually footage of Lefty's mom in the vlog, which bands used in the video. He also did like a bunch of, red graffiti around the neighborhood, which is pretty crazy. Like, I was asking people, like, has anything like this ever really happened before? And they were like, no, this is new. This hasn't really ever taken place. Anyway, and then, he was obviously just saying all kinds of disrespectful stuff or whatever. He had some guy dressed up as like a crackhead version of Lefty, whatever. And on one hand, it's a rap beef. What does No Jumper do? We do a lot of content about rappers. We do a lot of content about the various beefs that they get into, sure. But I do have to say, this is just a different level of disrespect. Bringing the mom into it, showing the whole neighborhood and everything. Nothing good is going to come from this, that's for sure. How crazy will it get? I don't know. If I was bands, I would probably move around very, very carefully. But all that aside, I guess that I just want to say I do not approve of this type of stuff. And I would not have invited a rapper from up north down here to do an interview if I thought that this was the type of time they're on. So I will be very mindful of this going forward, because I don't support this type of shit, dragging moms into it and everything like that. It's just a little bit too rough for my taste. And, Los Angeles is where No Jumper calls home. So, yeah, it's probably safe to say that you're not going to be seeing bands from the Rose on No Jumper anytime soon. Nothing against him or anything. It's just like when you take the beef to such a level, I would feel a similar way when I see rappers and they're doing the shit where they're going to somebody's tombstone, their grave, and they're, and yes, I have interviewed some rappers who have done that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, when it comes to our backyard, there's just a level of disrespect that I don't think that we should be engaging with. So for this time, I'm going to have to take a step back. Bands, you are blacklisted from this channel. I still fuck with you, but you are blacklisted from this channel for the time being, because I don't. It's crazy.
All right. Before we go any further, those that do not follow TheHaterWorld Media, 25,000 subscribers in less than 6 months. It's growing daily. So make sure you guys go over to TheHaterWorld Media, subscribe. All right. Once again, anybody that DMs TheHaterWorld Media, nobody's going to answer you. And if they do, it's not me. All right. So do not think you're talking to me. All right. Any inquiries, go to TheHaterWorld. All right. With that being said, there's a lot of keywords in this video. A lot of keywords. Our backyard. Our backyard. What is you talking about, son? Who is our? All right. Our. O-U-R. Your backyard? Or our backyard? Look, let's rewind it and let's see if we could break it down. All right, let's see if we could break it down in pieces. Let's go.
Development that has been taking place here in sunny Los Angeles. I interviewed a Norteño rapper by the name of Bands from the Rose. Did a good interview. And he was talking a little spicy, nothing too out the window or anything like that, but he was definitely talking spicy. As you know, the Northerners, Northern California guys, they have beef, generally speaking, with all of the Southside Mexican rappers down here, of course, even though most of them have never met each other or had anything to do with each other. Anyway, there's
So that statement right there, he talked to a Southsider. No, that's not even a statement a Southsider would say. That's a statement that a Norteño would say. A Norteño will say, like, they've never even met us, but they hate us. That's a statement they would say. I don't see no Southsider saying that. I don't see no Southsider ever saying, well, they've never met me or met us, but they don't like us. No. That's a statement that somebody from up north said to Adam, like, look, bro, look. We have beef. Most of them ain't never met us, but they don't like us. That's coming from a red rag. I can guarantee that almost 100%. All right. Southside homies don't care. Southside homies ain't going to explain to you. They going to just tell you like it is. F them, that's it. They're not gonna sit there and be like, well, they don't like us, so it's messed up because I want to be friends with them. They're not gonna do that. I've never met a Southsider that says something like that. All right, let's continue.
Been a war of words between Lefty Gunplay and Bands from the Rose, right? Bands took it to a complete.
Hold on, he said there was a war of words. No, Lady Boy, that fool Bands or whatever his name is, and that other weird guy, they started to seek attention from Southside rappers. They dissed Weirdo. They put a picture of Weirdo's face. Mr. Ranas. They dissed Lefty. They dissed everybody all in one, right? Seeking attention, seeking clout. Nobody knows them. Nobody cares about them. And what did it get them? A No Jumper interview, so it worked. Lefty responded. Weirdo responded, in which they shouldn't have. But they did. And it got them clout. Now, I will tell you guys like this. Everybody that's cheering for them, like, oh, look what they did. Blah, blah, blah. Is Lefty going to respond? Lefty got marked, blah, blah, blah. I want you guys to remember this. Touch back with me in 6 months from now, and let's see who's still relevant. All right, let's see if Mr. Bands or Mr. Ladyboy are still popping. Let's see if they're still in the headlines. All right, and let's see where the Southside homies are at, because Weirdo on the way up. Gunplay just got a verse from Snoop, The Game, and a few other rappers. Making moves, shows, making money. So let's check in 6 months, all right? Just to be specific, 6 months, tap back in, and we'll see where the clout that these bozos got from up north, where it's led them to, all right? Let's go.
Really different level while he was down there. And he actually went to Lefty's neighborhood and he filmed a music video in which he went to Lefty's neighborhood and he was able to actually ascertain which was Lefty's house where he grew up at, because it was prominently featured in one of these hood vlog type things. And there was actually footage of Lefty's mom in the vlog, which Bands used in the video. He also did like a bunch of, red graffiti around the neighborhood, which is...
Let's keep in mind, all right, very simple for those that are like, oh, he was there till noon. He was there till this time. Let me explain this to you, all right? That video was shot early in the morning before the No Jumper podcast. It was the same day. That fool is wearing the same clothes as the No Jumper podcast. On his way, he went and did that video and then went to the podcast, all right? And then left, all right? Just to be clear about that.
Pretty crazy. Like, I was asking people, like, has anything like this ever really happened before? And they were like, no, this is new.
Not on home turf, but it does happen to them all the time. And listen, I'm just stating facts. Hate it or love it, be mad at me or call me this or call me that. But these are the facts. It never happens on blue turf, all right? It never happens on Southside turf. It will never happen, okay? As far as them moving in or them building, it's not going to happen. Of course, can they sneak in and tag on the wall? Of course. Can, they sneak in and punch a homie or blast a homie and leave? Of course it can. I'm not saying it can't happen. But for them to start building their gangs down here is never going to happen, right? But it does happen up north. Up north, you got cities that are all blue. You got areas that are all blue. You got homies all the way to the top, to the central, to the mid, infested of blue. All right? It does happen. All right? You guys can call them paisas or you guys can call them nobodies. But if they were nobodies, then they wouldn't been able to establish in your hometowns. All right? And these are facts. I'm not trying to be biased, even though you would say I'm biased because because I fly this flag, but it is a truth. This rag has established sectors up north since the 80s. I think even before that. So there's no excuses. They are just the facts. Let's go.
Doesn't really ever take place. Anyway, and then, he was obviously just saying all kinds of disrespectful stuff or whatever. He had some guy dressed up as like a crackhead version of Lefty, whatever. And on one hand, it's a rap beef. What does No Jumper do? We do a lot of content about rappers. We do a lot of content about the various beefs that they get into, sure. But I do have to say, this is just a different level of disrespect. Bringing the mom into it, showing the whole neighborhood and everything. Nothing good is going to come from this, that's for sure.
So Adam dabbles in beef all day, every day. Rap beef, right? Like, black homies. Like this rapper, Bloods, Crips, the H homies, right? Back and forth. I mean, that's pretty serious, bro, right? That's serious beef too. Black rappers be smoking each other all the time. We just seen Julio Fulio just get blasted, right? But what makes this so different, Adam? What makes this one so different? What makes this one so different that you actually feel like you got to step back from it? Did you finally bite more than you can chew? Did you think that this was a regular beef? Like these fools were going to diss each other and fight? Did you get a phone call that told you, check this out, bro? Check this out, bro. You were asking for a rapper to step up to diss Lefty about 3 months ago. And now you got a rapper that pulled up to your show wearing the same clothing he had disrespecting Southside turf. You gonna pay for this one? Or did he get a call where it's like, hey, big dog, check this out. You're allowing fools that come down here and do this and do that. And even though you might not be the one that's doing it, but just the fact that you're inviting them over to our turf. I don't know. Or maybe he got a call where it was like, hey, big dog, do us a favor. Listen, I don't know. But why is this beef so different? Haven't we heard Adam always say, if it's newsworthy, it's going to go up on, I don't care who calls me. I don't care what they say. I don't care what nobody says. I'm going to do whatever we want. And No Jumper? To me, it seems like he sat back and said, fuck, this one's going to get messy. I don't want no part of it. Or did he get a phone call and they told him, look, something's going to happen to that guy. And it's going to be your fault. And Adam can't live with that on his conscience. So many ifs or buts, but I will tell you this. Something did happen. Something definitely happened that made Adam change his mind. Let's go.
How crazy will it get? I don't know. If I was Bands, I would probably move around very, very carefully.
If I was Bands, I would move around very carefully. Why would you say that? If Bands is back at home up north where it's all northerners, right? Why would you say that? Do you got the insight, Adam22? Does Adam22 have the insight on what's going to happen to Bands from the Rose? Is he letting you guys know right now that something is about to happen to Bands from the Rose? And he's trying to give Bands the head up? Like, hey, my boy, you better move swiftly, because it sounds like a message to me. Sounds like a message to me.
All that aside, I guess that I just want to say I do not approve of this type of stuff. And
yes, you do. You love this.
I would not have invited a rapper from up north down here to do an interview if I thought that this was the type of time they're on.
You were told by everybody that red does not belong where the blue belongs. You were told by everybody, co-workers, people you know. You watch vlogs, hood vlogs. What does a cop tell you when you do a crime and you say, I didn't know it was a 35 and I was going 40. Ignorance is not an excuse for the law. All right? You cannot say, I did not know. You cannot say, damn, fool, I didn't know it was going to happen like that. No, 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 no. Then you should have done your homework. Because now you're in the middle of it. Now you're being blamed. And I'll tell you like this. When the bad news comes to the table, they want to know who, where, and when. Okay? That's what they want to know. They want to know who caused it. Why are we going to go to war? Why are we going to do this? Who did all this? Who made all this possible? The white boy at No Jumper did it. So after we get that guy, we're going to get that guy. And listen, I'm just guessing. But let's go.
So, I will be very mindful of this going forward because I don't support this type of shit, dragging moms into it and everything like that. It's just a little bit too rough for my taste. And, you know, Los Angeles is where No Jumper calls home. So, yeah, it's probably safe to say that you're not going to be seeing bands from the road.
No Jumper is the place. I mean, Los Angeles is the place No Jumper calls home. Ah, now you get it. Now you get it.
On No Jumper anytime soon. Nothing against him or anything. It's just like when you take the beef to such a level, you know, I would feel a similar way when I see rappers and they're doing the shit where they're going to somebody's tombstone, their grave, and they're, you know, and yes, I have interviewed some rappers who have done that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, when it comes to our backyard,
who is our backyard? That's the biggest question I got. The biggest question I got is who is our backyard? Our. That's plural. The blacks, the whites, the Mexicans. Our? You mean all of us? So what you're saying now is that Los Angeles belongs to the blacks, the Mexicans, and the whites. But not just Mexicans, the Southsiders, right? And what you're saying by our is that you feel like you should protect home base and not have outsiders come in and do things like what they did. Because the word our is a pretty darn big word. Even though it's 3 letters, our backyard. You're just a blogger though, homie. You're just a YouTuber. You're just a podcaster. Why would that even matter? Like our backyard. I mean, I don't see who else is in LA, like another big company. I don't know. Just imagine a car company was in LA. Would they be saying this is our backyard? No. That's what we do business at. To me, it seems like Adam got a phone call and they told him, dog, you allowed some dudes to come to our backyard and disrespect us. And there's going to be consequences behind that. And I think that Adam understands now what it means that it is our backyard. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tonight, 8 p.m. Indicted TV giveaway announcement coming today, 10 p.m. Make sure you guys pull up. Like the video down below, comment. You know what it is. And with that being said, I'm Blue Devil. Does it take that long for the button to... Did I even press it? I guess not. And we out.